Coach Pasternack, you and your team are coming off an incredible season, winning the regular season and championship crowns. On top of that, UC Santa Barbara is picked to win the conference in the preseason poll for the third year in a row. What makes you and your program so successful?
Well, for us, it's all about our players. We've had some really, really talented players at UC Santa Barbara in the last 6 years, starting with our first year, and very grateful for that. But I think also we don't focus on championships. We're just focusing on being a champion every single day, our culture about honoring our process on a daily basis, because that's all we can really control. We can't control the end result.
You have a bunch of key players on your team, including superstar AJ Mitchell, who is projected to go at number 45 on ESPN's 2024 mock draft. Could you tell us about his potential value as a professional prospect?
I think first and foremost, AJ's a better young man than a player. He's the highest character young man that I've coached. Comes from an amazing family. Academically, you can see off the court who he is as a person. He was honored as the Big West Academic Athlete of the Year from UCSB. And so I think when you start with his character, then you go academically, how well he does. And then finally, as a basketball player, he's an elite player. He's an NBA point guard, and really lucky and grateful to have him.
You allude to him being an NBA point guard, and he does have the potential to be the first Big West player drafted since 2013. But in the era of the transfer portal, how big was it to retain AJ?
Oh, it was huge. AJ actually really never even thought about leaving Santa Barbara. He loves our program. He loves Santa Barbara. He loves the community. And I think how we ended our season, losing to Baylor in the NCAA tournament, everybody has a hunger to get back there and advance.
I can imagine everyone, including fifth year return Josh Pierre-Louis, who is trying to be the first player in UCSB history to play in three NCAA tournaments. Can you share how big it is for him to return to the program?
Josh as well had choices at the end of last year. Could have gone pro. Um, he just wanted to get a degree from our university. That was number one. His family really values a degree from our university, and he has some hunger. Really wants to get back to where we were. He's the best athlete I've ever coached at any university, and he has an incredible motor, and he is so important to what we do.
So, in addition to you and your players training this summer to get to that next level, I know your team also went on an international trip to Canada this past offseason. Do you have any stories you can share from that trip?
For us, it was really important. It's our first summer tour in 6 years, and we did it because we only have three returning players. AJ Mitchell, Cole Anderson, and Josh Pierre Louis are the only three players that have played significant minutes in college basketball. So we have a relatively young team, especially from experience standpoint. We're really inexperienced besides those three players. So it was important for our guys to get the 10 practices along with getting a couple games under our belt, and building chemistry, getting to know each other. We've had a lot of returning teams that have been together for a long time, and this team really got the opportunity to hang out in Vancouver. It's a beautiful place. We did a lot of activities, run up Grouse Mountain together, saw some grizzly bears, went on Fly Over Canada, which is a flight simulator over Canada, and just some of those things to build our team and get to know each other, much more important than just the basketball.
Coach, what was competition like in Canada on that foreign tour?
Very well coached teams. We scrimmaged, and then we played a real game, and then we were able to play another game. So we played 3 games in 3 days, which isn't easy to do. We had a couple players that didn't come because of their international visas. They didn't have it. So we were really down in numbers. And the games were very, very competitive for us. And, so a lot of times you go to a European tour, a Canadian tour, and you don't get anything out of the games themselves. But I thought we really got a lot out of the competition, and had players that hadn't played college basketball get meaningful minutes.
So there's lots the program has accomplished this far and only more in store this upcoming season. I thank you so much for your time, Coach.
Thank you.